How you guys feeling after those back-to-back games? Are you feeling rested and ready to go for another set of back-to-back games?
Yeah, I think ever since the Big Ten schedule kind of got released, Coach has been talking about once we get into the thick of it, we have a lot of back-to-back games, and I think we've been preparing since season started of just taking recovery serious just because we knew we were going to get to this point where we're going to have to perform 2 matches in a row.
Do you want me to answer that too?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I mean, like Lexi said, Coach has us focus on recovery a lot. He's on us every time about that after game. So Purdue was a lot, but I think we recovered well against Rutgers.
Harper, what's harder? Is it the mental reset or the physical reset for those back-to-backs?
I would say like a mix of both. Like for me, I think it's physical, but also once we get to the games, it's more mental because I feel like once everything kicks in, like I'm going and I'm playing well, but I think it's just a little bit more mental and like staying focused throughout the whole game.
Lexi, the other quirk with the Big Ten is you've already played half of your home games already, and you played 5. You have 5 over the next month and a half. How does that impact the way you're approaching the rest of the Big Ten season?
Yeah, that's crazy, first of all. But, I mean, I think we really value having home games and having a home crowd, and it's helped us win close matches, and we just love the energy. And there's hard road environments that we're going to have to play in, and I think just kind of mentally preparing for not only are we going to go play back-to-back, but it's 2 away games, and we're going to have to find our own energy and play against a tough crowd or if there's tough crowds. So I think just starting to mentally prepare ourselves for that just because we know it's harder to take wins, it's harder to beat top opponents when you're in their gym.
Harper Bergen was the Big Ten Setter of the Week again this week. How have you've kind of been on this journey with her coming in together. How have you seen her kind of grow and take on this big role here?
Yeah, well, obviously in my opinion, I think Bergen's the best setter in the country. I think rewatching film back, I watch plays and I'm like, no other setter's doing that. So I think obviously Kelly and Coach train her every day and help her get better, but I think at the end of the day, Bergen wants to be the best and Bergen pushes herself to do that, and she knows that we're all around her and that we're going to be there to support her, especially in games. So I think like we give her a lot of comfort knowing that we're there, and I think that helps her trust us and we trust her. So I think that's what really makes her one of the best setters. But other than that, she's just a hard worker.
As an attacker, like what is it like to work with a setter that you would say is the best in the country?
I mean, it's great because I can't do what I do without Bergen, you know, and she can't do what she does without Lexi and Lainey and Liv. So it all works together. But I think at the end of the day, that's what we train every day. Like we want to work together and we want to have a system, and that's what we perform on the court. So.
Lexi, from a leadership standpoint, Bergen's tried to take on a little bit more this year. Have you seen her grow in that area?
Oh, she's grown so much. She's a lot more vocal, and she already had such like a consistent and like confident composure, but it's even higher this year, and you can just feel that she believes in her hitters, she believes in her team, and she's really taking ownership of the offense, the team, just every aspect on the court, just because she's involved in every single play. So to have someone grow in that aspect, I think it's helped our team a ton. So super proud of her.
A little over halfway through the season, how would you evaluate where you guys are as a defensive team compared to where you want to be?
Yeah, I think that our defense has definitely been tested against some tough offenses this year, but I think we still have half a season left, and we've shown that we still can like eliminate a team's offense and keep them to a low number. And I think just trying to find how we can do that consistently is something that we're working towards every day. Obviously, there's been some matches where it's not our standard, and we obviously want to get to a point where we can consistently be holding teams to low numbers.
Harper, how would you evaluate the blocking aspect of that up front?
Yeah, I mean, I know Coach views the game as serve, pass, and play defense. So, you know, when our blocking's not on, like, he's on us about it. But blocking's a hard skill, and like Lexi said, like, it might not have been the best the past few games, but our standard is really high, so I don't think we can get down on ourselves just because, like, one bad blocking game doesn't define Becca or Andy or Layla or Merritt. So I think we're still working on it. It's a work in progress, and a lot of teams' offenses are better this year, and we didn't see that a lot last year. So it's a work in progress, but we're all getting it.
Harper, can you sense, like, when Purdue's targeting you in service safe, do you sense that in the middle of the match? Are you aware of that's going on?
I sense it from the first point. Like they're facing me and serve it to me. I mean, I passed a lot of balls in that game, but I've been working on my passing, and I'm really proud of how I've been passing this season. So, I mean, I know teams are going to target me. Like, if I was playing against us, I would serve me too. Like, I'm not going to serve Lexi. So I understand, but I think it's good knowing that just because I can front load myself and be prepared for that.
How do you think, you say you've been working on it, how do you think you improved in that area?
I was just talking to Jalen like last night because I swear like at the beginning of the season I had the yips. Like I couldn't pass the ball to save my life. It was so bad. And then the season started and I couldn't. Like it was so bad. It got better, but I think it's just having confidence in myself, and passing next to Lexi gives me a lot of comfort, and I feel safe passing next to her because I know that she's right there. So, I mean, it's a lot of mental work. I think it's more mental than physical for me.
Is it a physical load when you're passing 50 times in addition to your attacking duty? Is that wear on you throughout the match?
Ooh, I don't want to say yes, but like I think it probably does here and there. Like certain plays where I might not transition as hard because my legs are tired or something like that. I don't mean to do it, or it's on purpose, but I think like over time, yeah, it wears on me. But I've always, worked out and like trained for that. So like, I would hope it doesn't affect it that badly.